Back to the Keeper Mines, although I should point out I do have stories to be telling, so it's probably not going to be paying 100% attention to the game, so mistakes may be made. Sometimes it has the exact opposite effect and I do better. Okie dokie. That was an interesting room. But most of the time I would say I probably... Well, no, in Isaac's case I think sometimes I do play better if I'm not paying attention to the game as much. Because I don't realise what the stakes are if my run is looking good. But as per usual, it's a Tuesday, so I have some... Well, I have some stories. I'm going to let chat pick. Because what I end up rambling about might take up the whole video depending on how the run goes, so I can save whatever is left over. That's the one that just like stabs out a little, right? Yeah, stabbing time. In case YouTube is curious, Twitch chat was saying very nice things about you. As long as you don't go looking for the VOD to make sure I'm telling the truth. In which case, they made me do it. I'm streaming against my will. Oh dear. It's fine. I'm sure the main topic of discussion will be what is the next gaming institution to be bought by what other gaming... You son of a bitch! You shot where I was, not where I was going to. Oh, there was a spirit heart on the map. I was like, why did I immediately get flies? Because of course Bungie is now purchased by... Has that been confirmed? That Sony bought Bungie? It's like a pissing contest for who can buy up the most developers. Or publishers, sorry. Well, both. Where are they getting all this spending money during a pandemic? Ugh. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold art. We need to get a good item in our first item room. I'll play on if there's a basement. There we go. But that's essentially nothing in 2 item rooms. It has been confirmed, or... Yeah, Team 17 is now in the bad books, not just because they're selling god-awful looking worms NFTs, but because they withheld the information from their staff and also barred their staff from talking about it publicly. Which is pretty goddamn scummy, and it's a real shame because Team 17 have been publishing some decent stuff recently. They took over handling golf with your friends and made it much better, got rid of the hackers that were making it impossible to play on stream. They did, what else did they do recently that we played? We've definitely played like a couple more things they've published recently. But either way, what I'm saying is they were doing good stuff and now they're doing shit stuff. Oops. It's only 3 minutes in. I'm doing poop stuff. And they knew it was a bad idea, and that's why they tried to like have a gag order against their staff from being able to talk about it. Just truly awful. I want a lot of companies to invest a lot of money in NFTs so that they all lose a lot of money and then never learn from their mistakes, but at least the rest of us can enjoy some Schadenfreude. They are chasing trends, but it's such an obvious bad idea. It's only a trend amongst a very certain type of person, and yes, there are lots and lots of ideas out there, but not of this very specific type. I'm curious if they're going to try, like maybe their thought process is it's a gateway thing into something else that they can make better. Like sure, NFTs are a scam and whatnot, but what if we use that to like get people used to that aspect of things and then introduce more, not games as a service, what's it called, the play to earn model? Maybe that's their idea for getting into that. Troy Baker is exceptionally thin-skinned, which is partly why he's such a prick. Which is also very funny, and it was very expected that he would backtrack as soon as that happened. But I imagine the damage is done. That's fine, just get Matt Mercer to do all his rolls. They sound similar anyway. Fast bombs. It's an empty item room. He was annoyed that nobody liked The Last of Us 2. As far as I'm aware, no one had a particular problem with his performance, it was just that the game is shit. But he took it personally that people thought the game was shit. I think he did fine as insert a character's name here in the first one. Ugh. I wonder what that other item was. We'll never know. And of course there was people that liked it. It sold very well, but the vast majority of people did not. It was written by, was it Neil Gaiman? Was that the guy who wrote The Last of Us 2's story? And he went on a Twitter pissy fit when people didn't like it as well. It's almost like just because you can write a book doesn't mean you can write a video game. And vice versa. Neil Druckmann, sorry, two Neils. I know you do, Lily, that's why you like the first story game. Sorry, that was an easy shot and I took it. It's fine. I just didn't like it. Yeah, slight difference. They have the same first name. They're both writers. By default, that makes them both probably pretentious. Not a good item, but we'll take it. Hello, shells. Actually, I'm going to check those. Oh yeah, right, I forgot this is also the run where I've got 9-inch nails, so I have exploding nails. You let Lily swear on your morning stream? It's gonna get her banned off live television. Hey, before I get on to the two choices of topics of conversation, even though we kind of already are on a topic of conversation, nearly. I will say on my day off I played Pokemon Legends Arceus for about maybe 40 minutes at most, maybe. And in that time I caught a shiny and caught a rare encounter in the first area. Didn't even go across the bridge to the second area. And I was like, okay, I'm accidentally doing too much. I'm going to have to not play this until I play it on stream. But I did I nipped over the bridge just to have a little look around, and I found and caught a Scyther as well. I haven't used it yet, but I caught one. Although I am this close to just playing it in my own time, because I need to learn a lesson and then learn it forever rather than relearn it again, but Pokemon games bring out the worst in people. It's a lesson I've learned before and I keep refusing to let it stick. Like, maybe this time will be different. And it never is. The number 6. People can't help themselves backseating or spoiling. always that way. It's always Pokemon games and competitive card games. They're not even competitive card games, just card games in general. Games where you can make a mistake. And chat's been in a really good place for a long time, but that might be more so because of game choice, not like being spoilerable. Yeah, it was getting a little bad. No, the mistake thing I was implying, like card games, you know, like Slay the Spire, that kind of thing. Oop. Where you can make a little mistake or not notice something, and you've got eyes watching a different aspect than you were paying attention to, they'll see the mistake, you know, that kind of thing. Kind of like actually comments on tabletop videos, player. They have plenty of time to discern every rule that was applicable to any given situation, rather than in the moment something might just slip your mind because you're yammering. Yeah, I think that's also why it gets on my nerves a little bit more, especially on Pokemon games when they're designed for 5-year-olds. If I hadn't played and enjoyed them when I was a child, I probably wouldn't be playing them as an adult. But that's the way of it. So I have uploaded the first couple parts. I think there is only 2 parts. Maybe there's a 3rd part. Either way, I've uploaded the first couple of parts to YouTube. No like content ID issues, which has reminded me, no Chef Squad. And I'm not going to play it on stream either because I think it might be a scam. Because I put the hour of on YouTube and it didn't get hit by 1 content ID match despite it only having 1 song. It got hit by 5. And it is of course free to play, and it's a game made for streamers by a streamer with a developer who has stream friendly games and insists on advertising those games after every single level. But they're also trying to get a little bit of money in the back end by content ID matching the music on YouTube, so it comes across to me like a gigantic scam and I will not be touching it again. Also, we pretty much solved it at the end of that hour of anyway, where I don't see any possible way to lose, so I think we'd pretty much seen everything it had to offer, and I hate the music in it anyway. So, that's fine. But yeah, apparently there was more than the 1 track, which was the most surprising part. There's at least 5 bits of music in that hour we played of it, according to the content ID matches. Hasn't been a good week for content ID matches. I got one on an old Overcooked video and I was like, yeah, I got given a review code to make these videos, so you shouldn't be able to do this. And they just like, nah, we uphold it, you're not allowed to do this. So I just deleted the fucking video. Because screw them. They are not getting the 0 cents it's earning anyway. Now granted, what I should have done was just go to the publisher, developer, and say, these guys are being assholes and claiming on your content. You give me a review code, this shouldn't be that way, but I don't want to bother with that. The content ID system is abused by many people, and the least number of people who abuse the content ID system are the ones that are making the videos. There will be people who are out there like blatantly violating copyright, of course there is. But the most people who abuse content ID and copyright on YouTube are the people who are trying to make money off of it. By claiming things that aren't theirs or doing kind of little scams like Chef Squad. Yeah, I've countered a claim from this particular group before on a Overcooked video and succeeded, but this time they're like, no, we're in the right. They're not, for the record. And if I'd pursued it, I would have got it removed, but again, it's a video that's never going to get any more views, so who cares, I'll just delete it. I'm not fighting them for it. That's the other thing, they know most people won't want to fight them at all because it's too much of a risk. They've got nothing to lose. We have everything to lose. Oh yeah, and I did go to mute the music because that's sometimes also what I do. I just mute the part. And I was like, yeah, if you want to mute this, it's going to mute 40 minutes of an hour-long video. I almost considered doing it, for the record, just to have a 40-minute muted video on YouTube. But then I was like, nah, people just like, if anyone did watch it, you'd be like, ah, why is there no sound? It's a double floor. I was like, why the hell is the map so big? It was the DLC, one of the DLC to to Overcooked 2. I don't remember which one. Oh wait, yes I do. It was whatever one was like a winter DLC. I think it might have been the hot chocolate DLC. Because I remember the copyright song match was something like Kevin's Christmas music or something, and Kevin's the dog in Overcooked. The run of the My Town reservoir got poisoned. What? Could you try again at that sentence? Are you trying to type on a phone? Is this code for, like, do you need help? Oh, right, now I get it. So, hang on. Half of your work has caught the Rona, and now your town reservoir is poisoned. What is it poisoned with?
Ace of diamonds.
I got it. I understood it now after I looked back and read the other half. Like salmonella? Like what can you poison a reservoir with? Clicker, absolutely not. Mercury? Do you believe Neil Breen? Anthrax? Some unknown bacteria. The aliens. They've started spawning. Ooh, nearly. That's disturbing. Disturbing enough that it's contaminated, but oh yeah, it could be frog milk. The dreaded frog milk. Well, if you wanted to like pay out at any point with a coin, that'd be great. Also, good callback on the frog milk. Give me that teleport card. That's a reference to Townsfolk Tussle, for anyone who isn't aware. Oh yeah. You'll have cash somewhere. Oh yeah. What, are you not allowed to even just boil water? Wouldn't that get rid of any potential contaminants? Has the zombie survival guide lied to me? What was the name of that show which was about an alien invasion? And the aliens were weak to salt or sugar? They made them act like they were high? And the show got cancelled before they even did the season where the invasion actually happened? I think it was called like Second Wave or something. Mother and I used to religiously watch it. and it was trash. Insert picture of Jason Momoa with all the bottled water here. Well, you're not going to fight Aquaman for water. You know, you just let him have that water. He doesn't need it all, but he wants it, he can have it. Well, don't want to take the lard because it does literally nothing for us except slow us down, but I do want the key. And now we just need to get all the way to the boss. I've missed, like, look how few items I have and we're on the mom fight. Because I've had to skip 3 item rooms, I think. At least 2. And the run is still okay, just because of the few items I do have. I also just went the wrong way. Hello, Trivate. Oh, that does indeed suck. Has anyone had a good Monday / into Tuesday? We don't need to talk about the alien invasion and poisoned water and YouTube being crappy. If I ever get a content ID match on my tabletop channel, that's how you know that something is really messed up. Define good, not bad. You did your taxes? Oh yeah, it's Kitty's birthday, so she's got a reason to be happy. Oh, you're waiting to see if an offer got accepted. Nice. Should have left that there. Oh no. Will this just give me the health back? It does. Okay, that's fine. You're happy that your boss has the Rona. In Minecraft. I was going to ask if anyone modded the Rona into Minecraft, but I forgot about that World of Warcraft thing that was essentially exactly what happens with coronavirus. It's been done. Wow. Why is she dying so slowly? I know why, because the explosivo shots aren't having time to explode. Her body bits aren't staying out long enough. I honestly thought I was going to get her. I believe I will steal. None of these are good. I'll steal this. Even health.
The fool.
I'd have to go all the way up here to get a coin. No, any coin pickup just heals the one, sadly. Oh yeah, did I go in the shop? Forgotten what was there. Ugh. Well, we're still on track to get to Hush, but we're still also on track to just die to him again. You know how it goes. We're also now, I don't know, we're like 25 minutes into the run, and I don't know if I want to bring up any topics of conversation I had. Wrong way. What other gaming news was there despite, not despite, other than Sony buying Bungie? And the NFT thing from Team 17. Could have sworn there was something. Sony did buy Bungie, yes. For, what was it, 4 million? Billion, I mean? Or 3.8 or something. 6? They overpaid. Okay, we also had a secondary 3.8, so maybe I was right. But there's already a fun version of the Keeper. It's called Tainted Keeper. Although he can only have 2 health max instead of 3. Hate these red polyp assholes. They got sped up in Repentance. You didn't die? Oh. I see why now. We're not going to feel the effects of all these deals for like quite a few years, I would imagine. Because there'll be a bunch of projects already in progress for the next... Probably for like to the end of the current generation. With things getting delayed by the pandemic as well, of course. Remember Silk Song? Whatever happened to that? Are the regulators likely to say no? Do they know what Bungie is? They'll think it's a rock climbing company. That is a very large little worm. The noise it's making is very fun. We do have Dying Light 2 and Elden Ring, both of which I'm interested in, and know basically nothing about. Other than obviously playing the first one in Dying Light's case, and a Souls game is a Souls game. There's poop in the water? Who's pooping in the water? Oh, I think it might be the beaver and the squirrel in Hopka's resub message. But thank you for 42 months with a tier 1 sub, welcome back. And for reminding me to mention that we're in February now, obviously, so your Twitch Primes might be ready and they do not auto-renew. Come to the dark side if you're on YouTube with a Twitch Prime sitting doing nothing. It gives me free money to help pay my bills. And erroneously back Kickstarters. Speaking of which, the Deep Rock Galactic one is launching in a few days. And by a few days, I mean a week. But by the time YouTube hears this, it'll probably be like... probably the next day, maybe? We do have cookies and emotes. You have to accept all cookies, including advertising ones, probably. But there's also sprinkles. And Total Warhammer 3 is soon as well. And Shadow Warrior 3 is out on March 1st. I know that's not this month, but come on, it's close enough. I hope it has co-op again, because co-op for the second one was good fun. Keep forgetting to look up the death metal music for the killer bunny rabbits in the Shadow Warrior games. I'm amazed those missed. Two Duke of Flies. At this time of year, located entirely inside my... You know, I was... Isaac's mother's private parts. There we go. Felt weird saying it the way I was going to say it. Not even playing as Isaac. Yeah, it's all words, a 4X game basically. You'd have the nerds who are saying actually no, but they don't know right from left. That's not true, they probably know right from left. They keep a note in their pocket to remind them. I'm getting faster at getting to Hush, if nothing else. That's the bad one. That's the constantly firing one. Is that bad? I guess it is bad when I have Explosivo, I suppose. Is it bad for this fight in particular? Maybe not. Let's try it. Garbage in here. So we'll buy this in case it's a damage. Nope. Maybe we'll get a damage card here. Nope. You know what? Take it. Huh. Oh, the game does that sometimes. It's fine. Alright, we probably are just going to die to Hush again. I can't see this going any other way. I'll just give him a bunch of keys. We'll leave these here for now anyway, just in case. .9 damage? Not bad. Now it feels like Vampire Survivors because I just need to focus on where I'm moving most of the time. Now, will the Explosivo shots do lots of damage? It looks like they are. We're getting pretty lucky with the explosions, actually. I kind of expected that to, like, kill the flies. It did not kill the flies. And I didn't get a payout on the bloody Space Pariah. Which is just typical. And now he's doing dimensional shots. So close. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, there was no safe space there, I think. Well, that's fine.